Leadership is a noun, and we could think about leadership as a thing, but rather, I think it's more powerful to consider leading as behavior, as a set of things we do on a daily basis that influence the people around us. Now, the word to lead literally means to go, to guide, or to travel. It's taking people places. I tend to think of it also in terms of how we influence people in the course of events around us. We all understand that we can't control everything that happens in the workplace, and yet our ability to influence the way people think, what they see, and how they behave is endless. And the 30 behaviors of leadership help us practice the art of influencing others. Our success in the workplace as individuals hinges on two things: what we do and how we go about getting it done. So there's no question about needing clear objectives and milestones for getting our work done. But how we do it, that's where we're talking about norms and values of the group. And I think it's important not only that we call out what those are, but we praise people for when we see that connection, and also if a person is not living up to those standards, that we bring it up. Now, of course, I would do that in private, offline, but to remind people that behavior is just as important as tasks to getting the job done. Well, what we found is what leads people to commitment in an organization is first, their understanding of what their own values are at this point in their life. And you can help people on your team understand that by going through a values exercise with them and then allowing them to reflect on, well, how perfect is the fit between my values and what we as an organization say is important, and let people make their own decisions about that. There are times when that clarity will lead to a person being more or less committed, and I think we're doing a favor to them when we help them see that. I think every human being operates from their values most of the time, but that this is mostly an unconscious or subconscious situation. And what we do in our workshops is help people come current on what their values are now, because our values change as we age. And one example of that would be when we have children, our value of family tends to go up dramatically, no surprise. So in our workshops, we help people become up to date on what their values are and how they need to express those within the workplace in an appropriate way. Just knowing what our values are is a very important realization for us in our journey as leaders, but how we put them into action on a daily basis is actually how other people will judge us. Are we living in accord with our values, which is the kind of judgment that people are doing subconsciously all the time. It allows us to say, this is how I demonstrate my value of health, family, spirituality, or whatever it may be, so that people are aware a little bit deeper of what drives each of us in the workplace. Since we were young, we've been told that to be successful in life, we should follow through on the things that we say we will do. And indeed, that is basic professional behavior that we would expect of most anyone. And as leaders, it's even more important because what we're doing is establishing the credibility and the predictability with people that we're solid and that we follow through on things. Following through on commitments is sometimes challenging because we have too many of them. However, you have to remember as a leader that people will judge you if you don't do what you say you will do. Therefore, one of the most important words for the leader is no. I can't take that on right now. I can't get that to you when you need it. And instead say, let's come up with another way to get that done.